whatever it may be, whatever I've spoken about, they understand it and they've gone through it or know someone that has.
She wonders why she was at least briefly blacklisted, while Timberlake, who later apologized for his role, had a successful career. Whatever it is that I've spoken about, they understand it and have gone through it or know someone who has. When I saw her act, I was like, hey, you're so amazing. I really admire you. But she was also incredibly sweet and mentioned that I had really inspired her. That's really gratifying. At last, Janet Jackson is addressing the shocking details from Britney Spears' latest book on Justin Timberlake. And let's just say Janet is 100% on board British Britney's much-awaited memoir is finally out. And she isn't holding back when it comes to revealing the truth about her ex-boyfriend Justin Timberlake and how he exploited her hardships to further his own career. However, Janet Jackson, who nearly had her career destroyed by the infamous Super Bowl incident while Justin played the victim and allowed the media to crucify her, is the person who knows this better than Britney. So let's get started, Janet. How does Janet feel about all these new, shocking revelations about Justin? British Janet. Britney Spears is now going out and calling out Justin Timberlake for being a hypocrite after years of his publicly disparaging her. To give you some background, Britney and Justin dated and broke up in 2002 after Justin apparently found out that Britney had cheated on him. Britney didn't deny this, but something that Justin conveniently forgot to mention is that he cheated on her first and then played the victim for publicity. Britney's memoir, The Woman in Me, is out, and she is coming for everyone who wronged her and took advantage of her silence during her conservatorship years. Justin is the first on the list. Justin was struggling to create a solo career after leaving Ninth, so he decided to capitalize on his breakup with Britney and released Crime River with a music video that featured a Britney look-alike, pushing the narrative that Britney cheated on him. First after this, Justin went on a press tour to talk about his breakup, and in his infamous interview with Barbara Walters, he even brought his mom in to talk about how Britney destroyed him, how he was heartbroken, put your head on mommy's shoulder. It was tough for us, it was tough for both of us, 'cause I can't stand to say hurt. But the worst part of this interview was when Justin tried to shame Britney for not waiting until marriage to be intimate when Barbara asked Justin if they had honored that. Justin sarcastically laughed and said, "Sure did you, and she live up to this during your relationship, sure. But get this, less than a year later, Justin went on a radio show and bragged about being the first man Britney slept with, so Justin first shamed Britney for sleeping with him. And then use this for bragging rights. Did you, Britney Spears, yes or no? Oh my goodness. Come on, man, I did it. After years of being shamed and silenced, Britney has finally decided to give her side of the story. In her new memoir, she seems to have confirmed that Justin had cheated on her with singer Nicole Appleton, and possibly also Christina Aguilera. Justin managed to completely turn the media against Britney, and the entire narrative was, what did Britney do to Justin? And yet Britney stayed dignified and refused to trash him. You broke his heart. You did something that caused him so much pain, so much suffering. What did you do? I was upset. For a while we both, I think, were really young, and it was kind of waiting to happen. I will always love him. He'll always have a special place in my heart. He is such a great person. In addition, Britney disclosed in her book that she became pregnant during her relationship with Justin, but was pressured to have an abortion because Justin wasn't ready. Abortion was something I never could have imagined choosing for myself, but given the circumstances, that is what we did. Britney writes that if it had been up to me alone, I never would have done it, and yet Justin was so sure that he didn't want to be a father. Check out this moment when Justin and Christina made a disgusting joke about Britney with a blow-up doll. Yeah, I just wanted to return them to you. I got here. I'm so glad. I've been looking for that everywhere. Yeah, exactly. And Britney also couldn't go to a hospital because Justin reportedly didn't want anyone to find out she was pregnant. So she had to terminate the pregnancy at home with abortion pills. And in her book, she describes it as one of the most agonizing things she's ever experienced. And yet Justin still had the audacity to blame Britney for everything that happened in 2006. He was named Cakes Man of the Year. And he again milked the breakup with Britney for publicity. When we initially parted ways, I felt like she had a couple of opportunities to just sort of stick up for me, and she didn't, which is fine. Justin told GQ, but at that time, I fought back then. In 2007, at the height of Britney's struggles, Justin mocked her for drinking, called her a Madonna wannabe, continued to brag about sleeping with her, and even called her the B word. Stop drinking, you know who you are. I'm speaking to you. Stop drinking, you're going to get sloppy, okay? Is going to say something bad about you. The world has long been full of Madonna wannabes. And I might have even dated a couple I'd like to think that at first he dates is a popular female singer publicly. They'll claim to be virgins, but privately he hide. You think he met the one, did you find out? But this pattern of Justin playing the victim and letting the woman take all the blame didn't end with Britney. There was also Janet Jackson, who almost had her entire career destroyed over the 2004 Super Bowl incident. When Justin ripped her dress, there was some speculation that Janet agreed to the skit. However, even if that's the case, she didn't agree to the whole world demonizing her. While letting Justin off the hook after the Super Bowl, Janet was barred from the Grammy Awards and had to issue an apology for upsetting the public. In contrast, Justin was invited to the Grammy Awards, but immediately went to the press to express his embarrassment over the situation. I felt really ashamed. I'm annoyed about the entire thing. I'm annoyed that people are questioning my character. I don't think I deserve this kind of notoriety, much like Britney. Janet played it cool and didn't disparage Justin, but she did express how upset she was that someone she believed to be her friend had deceived her. After all the attention was on me, not Justin, and we were friends. So well, she just doesn't do that to friends. Now that Britney has finally offered her side of the story, people close to Janet are claiming that Janet is pleased that Justin is being held responsible for taking advantage of bigotry and misogyny in the entertainment business. As for Justin's followers, these are their comments. The same Justin Timberlake who has profited and benefited off black culture simply sat back and let Janet take the heat on that one. He could have spoken up in her defense, but he didn't. Customs 101 Vultures Justin Timberlake seriously harmed and continuously disregarded black people by stealing from them. Although Janet Jackson's career openly boasted about her relationship with Britney Spears, we only heard his little songs. He can go now, but first, let's hear your opinions. How do you feel about Justin and what he did to Janet and Britney? Leave a comment below and watch the next video.